Hi, everyone. My name is Brandon Peel, and I'm the course leader for the Global Purpose Expedition, the author of Planet on Purpose, and a certified purpose guide. So you are in the middle of Purpose Week, and we're on day 5, where we're going to talk about courage. So day 1, we talked about clarity, like getting really clear about what it is that you want out of your connection to purpose. Is it a better body? Is it uh, that sense of meaning and fulfillment and contentment in life? Is it your career? Do you want to finally be able to say, my job means something, and to be able to contribute your leadership in a way that's going to make a big difference in the world? Or is it in your relationships? Do you want to call in the one? Or if you're in a relationship, do you want that feeling of being in love and setting like firm boundaries from that place of purpose? So in day 2, we explored commitment. So it's like getting really clear what is at stake for you and committing to your purpose journey. In day 3, we talked about the importance of community and how nobody can find and live their purpose by themselves. This isn't the Buddha underneath the tree. Purpose is lived in relationship and community. And to march forth, it's important to have that support, to have other folks who are doing the journey with you, or a guide, or a team of mature, committed peers that want to also find their purpose. And then yesterday we talked about confidence, specifically the confidence that emerges once you get clear of all these different ego parts. Once all those voices, that critic, the skeptic, the image consultant, the wounded child, the risk manager, once all those voices get out of the channel, now you've got this wide channel for soul revelation, to actually hear what your purpose is. So today we're going to talk about what it actually looks like and feels like to awaken that high definition life purpose, and the courage that comes with it. So once you've cleared the channel and you get access to your soul, the soul begins to speak, or rather reveal. Some folks actually talk about the purpose journey as a remembering. A lot of times, like for me, for example, like when it became clear for me that I needed to write as part of my purpose, and I needed to lead as part of my purpose, these were things that I kind of put aside from my youth. Began my career in finance and stopped leading. Like I used to lead sports teams. I used to lead work teams, nonprofit projects. I did all this like amazing leadership stuff. And then I decided I was going to be an investment banker, and just kind of completely closed off that leadership part of who I am. And so for me, the purpose journey was about a deep remembering. Like, Brandon, you need to write. You've got to create. You've got to build teams. And so when your high definition life purpose comes online, so there's 10 distinct aspects of purpose, and this is the purpose tree that kind of points to all of them. But you have the root structure. So these are your virtues and your core. So essentially, the virtues are like the sublime, perfected aspects of humanity that you have been put here to realize and express. And your core is who you are without doing anything, kind of the effortless, natural radiance of who you are. And it's distinct for who you are. Now, at the top of the tree, this is your call and your vision. So the call is that deep heartbreak, the thing that moves you into action. It says you can't just sit there and dwell in your radiant core and virtues. You actually have to go out there because something needs you. Someone needs you. Someone has called you into being, called you into action, and said, no more. We need you. We need your gifts. We need your power. We need your strength. So there's this tension at the bottom of the tree. The root structure from the top, that red piece is your call. Now, the call is that a kind of emotional piece. Like it evokes, it moves you, it calls you into action. It's not a rational thing. Now, the call also is fulfilled by the vision, and that is more of a rational kind of creative logic piece. So the call has been made, and your vision answers it, and together they form this kind of upper pole. So the vision is your vision of the world perfected, like the most evolved expression of humanity that you can conceive of. and it answers the call. It creates a world where that pain, that heartbreak doesn't exist anymore. Now, the lower branches are the more active pieces. So you have your powers, so the thing, your natural full level abilities, so there's your talents, your gifts. And then you have your craft. And the craft is what you are going to devote your life to mastering. So it oftentimes pulls from a number of your powers and gets expressed in a way that has never been expressed before. So it's unique to you. So it adds value to people. It takes people who are in one place, puts them through a process, and leaves them in another place. And it's unique. And inside of knowing that craft, you actually know who your masters are. So who are the people that have mastered the different parts of your process that you need to go study with and learn from? Eventually, you'll be called to create your own craft and to begin teaching it. Now, there's also your flow. These are the activities that bring you most alive, where you lose complete self-consciousness. Now, they can be your powers, but oftentimes they're more receptive and fun. So, for example, my flow includes some of my powers, on public speaking and guiding and leading, but it also includes a lot of really silly stuff. So for me, it's like visiting, or I should say traveling to spiritual sites, like really lights me up. Singing karaoke lights me up. Having a good peaty scotch at the end of the day and kind of musing about what's possible. Those things light me up. Whales light me up. I have all sorts of things that just kind of really light me up, where I can be completely lost in that experience. So you also have your mission. That's another branch. The mission is what you have to do next. Now, for some people, it's very active. Like, I need to go solve this problem for this people, for this group of people. I need to answer my call in this particular way, use my powers in this way, hone my craft in this way, and fulfill my vision in this particular way. But sometimes the mission is actually a more internal mission, because oftentimes in purpose discovery work, it'll reveal things that you haven't looked at in a while that you need to do some work on. So oftentimes there's grief, there's mommy daddy stuff that hasn't been explored or healed or transformed. So sometimes your first purpose is actually to begin to heal yourself and to heal the relationships in your life. But it can just as easily be go out there and make a big difference. And then all of these parts are surrounded by these two circles, right? The first circle is your story. These are the core themes, things that tie your whole life together, that express who you are in your totality, what your life is about, the wisdom that you have come here to learn and can now teach. And then this core story is set within another circle, and that's your worldview. That's how you understand the world. Who you are is determined or is limited, constrained by how well you understand the world. So a key piece of your purpose is actually to develop a broad cosmos-sized intellect so that your purpose can literally grow to its natural size. Otherwise, it's like taking a redwood tree and stick it inside of a tiny pot. You gotta have a big pot for a redwood tree. So when these 10 aspects light up, when you get clear on what you care about, your vision for the world, your mission, your craft, your powers, your flow, your core, your virtues, your story, you get clear on these. That clarity gives you the courage to go do something. Because it's not a matter of if, just a matter of when and how. So you might not have all the answers, even though you've got your mission, you know what to do next. You might not know exactly how the fullness of that craft or the fullness of that vision is going to get realized. But it's destiny, it's fate. You see it and you know it. You know it the way that you know that you love your parents, or the way that you care for the world in some way. It's that level of knowing. It exists beyond cognitive proof. It's like, I know this. This is why I'm here. And so that empowers you to be courageous. You can use all of your powers to go out there and start asking for unreasonable things. Like, hey, I got this big mission, this big purpose. I need your help. I'll give you a prime example today. So one of my favorite authors, Charles Eisenstein, I was lucky enough to get him on the phone and talk with him, or we had a discussion about our work. And I asked him for a bunch of stuff, and he said flat out no to all of it. And it didn't occur to me like I had embarrassed myself. I was just like, oh, okay, you're not gonna help me. That's cool. I know you got important work to do. Great, go do it. But like, I wasn't scared to ask him, and I wasn't afraid of hearing no, because my purpose transcends whether or not Charles thinks I'm a good guy or not. It's like, okay, Charles can't help me right now. That's fine. We'll go go on to the next conversation. And then sometimes it can be huge. Like when I first launched my company, Everone, I'm like, we need to make a big splash. This company's going to change the world. So I just started banging on press people's doors and got TechCrunch coverage, USA Today coverage, Huffington Post coverage, Fox News coverage, and I heard probably 10x number of no's, but I got a lot of yeses too. And it was not because I'm special, just because I saw what there was to do, and I had to just keep asking over and over and over again in all these different ways until it started happening. So that's what I mean by courage and purpose. Purpose being your access to that. When that high definition life purpose comes online, you get that clarity. You get that absolute, like, unshakable courage to go after it. So I want to invite you to harness some of that for yourself. Lasso that courage for yourself. I'd like to invite you to register for the Global Purpose Expedition, which starts in September. It is a live 10-week course that I'll be leading along with the other Magellan Fellows. You're going to go through 10 of the most powerful purpose exercises that I've encountered and created. And 95% of the people who have completed this program have left this program with a closer connection to purpose and have recommended it to their friends and family. Further, I should also mention that we give a money-back guarantee. So if for whatever reason you don't think this was worth your time and your energy and your resources, we'll either work with you to make sure you're satisfied, or we will give you your money back. So, also one last thing. Through Monday, the 28th, the end of Purpose Week, we're offering you a $50 discount. So be sure to exercise that. Don't let it expire, and join us for this purpose expedition to unlock your confidence and courage and to live the fullness of your purpose-driven life. Take care.